podcast, Love and Courageous. I'm the host, Demetris. And for today, I'll be speaking about the TikTok trend that has been going on for over a month now, where black women are saying that they are at peace with a white man since they left a black man. So there are a lot of bitter black girls on TikTok and they're like hyping up white guys, saying that white guys are better. The trend started off with bitter black girls saying that, oh, people were saying, oh, you look at peace. And it was like, thank you. I started dating white men. And it just got worse from there. So it's another black girl on TikTok. She said that she was with a black guy and he never proposed. And then she got with a white guy and he proposed to her after 3 months. And then there's another bitter black girl. And she said that black guys make you a baby mama, but white guys marry you. And not only that, but you got these three black girls that are dating white guys on YouTube. And they started a retreat where it's only for black and white people to meet and start dating. And this has caused a division between black men and black women. And the bitter black women that are saying these things, their excuse is that they go where they are loved. And they feel like they are loved by white guys more than they are by black men. And my issue is, one, a lot of black women do not like taking freaking accountability for their own darn actions. And a lot of black women are like this, and I have an issue with that. That is one of the issues with black women in the black community. Because one, the comments they make about black men turning black women to baby mama, sweetheart, you chose to be a baby mama. Let's clarify that right now. A lot of black women choose not to wait until after marriage. That's your fault. Have standards. If you want a ring, then get the ring first, then open your legs up. A lot of them choose to have sex out of wedlock. That's your fault. Because one, you can say no. You don't have to sleep with a guy. You can definitely say no. You choose not to. Also, you can get on birth control. There's so many different kind of birth controls out there. Some of y'all choose to let a guy hit it raw. That's your fault. Also, you can have an abortion in some of these states out here. You choose not to. So how is it that it's always the black man's fault on why you chose to have a baby out of wedlock? That don't make sense to me. Because one, if you really wanted to be a wife, okay, you could have kept your legs closed and waited until the guy proposed. I mean, being a wife clearly wasn't a top priority for you. So I'm not understanding how you can blame a black man for what you settle for as a black woman. If you want something, then stand on business. Because I met a few black women that have gotten pregnant on one night stands, friends with benefits, less than a year in a relationship. And then they're upset that they're single moms. How the hell are you mad at a black guy for what you participated on? That don't make logic sense to me at all. Another issue is some of these black girls, they don't have standards. And for the life of me, this is one thing that really irritates me about a lot of black women. So some black women only go for the looks, and they think going for a guy that's 6 feet tall and cute is having standards. That's not standards, sweetheart. I cannot stand when some of these black girls, they literally act like they need a tall guy. Like, he needs to be 6 feet tall. Why the hell does a height even freaking matter? And the issue that I have is that they only go for the appearance. But then they complain and be like, these guys ain't crap. These guys ain't crap. Well, what are you going for? Because I'm so serious. I kid you not. A lot of black women are like this. Let's just say, for a prime example, it can be a guy. He can have a car. He can have his own place. No roommates. He can have a degree. He can be a gentleman. He can literally have no kids. None at all. But wants to be married someday. Wants to be a father someday. Actually help out. He can be a provider. But if he's 5'5", some of these black girls will say no. Oh, it's the height. And then they'll go for a tall guy. And let's just say this tall guy, hell, he can't even keep a damn job. Let's just say he's staying at home with his mama. And he might have a car. He might even have a kid by a different woman or two. But because he's tall and because she thinks he's cute and because he matched the outside of what she wants, because she only cares about the outside, she don't care about the inside, she gonna go with that. I swear on every freaking thing, I have seen black women do this shit, and I've been looking at them like, what the hell wrong with y'all? And then they be complaining that the tall guy they wanted wasn't shit. Well, remember the guy that had all those qualities, but you didn't want him because of the height. And that's the thing about some of these black women out here. They be robbing themselves and they don't want to take accountability for it. The issue is that they want what they want, but they don't want what they need. Because in their mind, what they need is a tall guy. You don't need a tall guy, sweetheart. You want a tall guy. Also, another issue is some of these black women out here, they're insecure. They don't know their worth. I have met so many black women that don't know their own darn worth. And instead of working on loving themselves, they will get into a relationship and hoping that that guy will give them that validation. And that's another issue that a lot of women don't want to take accountability for. If you're insecure and you fear being alone, sweetheart, you're going to settle for whatever. Any guy that come your way, you're going to take him because you know what? You want someone. You like having somebody around. You like to have somebody on top of you instead of loving your own company. And another thing that I want to mention is that the black women were saying on TikTok, oh, like black men don't bring them peace. And this is what I mean when I say black women don't take accountability. Because the fact that a lot of these black women try to act like they're so innocent, it really pisses me off because we're not. You can't stand there and act like you don't do nothing wrong as a black woman. You cannot do that. I have seen so many black women push a black man away, one, due to their own insecurities, two, their attitudes, three, some of them are controlling, and there's so many other reasons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a few prime examples of black women that I know of and the things they have done in their relationships that have pushed a black man away. So one, it was this black guy that I knew. He was dating this black girl, but she was insecure. And he said that anytime when she saw him just having a conversation with women, she would get an attitude about it. But it had to be beautiful women. So if the women were ugly, she didn't care. Because he told me that if she saw him talking to me, she would get mad at him. Because it was one day I actually spoke to him, and then this girl came up out of nowhere and was looking at me a certain kind of way. And then she pulled him like close to her, like, he's mine. And I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, I don't want him. You know, we're just friends. That's it. Nothing more. He's not my type. But I remember he also was telling me that he was talking to her one day and was basically telling her, like, you are enough. Like, you're beautiful and everything. Trying to get her to see her worth. And it's sad that a black man has to talk to a black woman and tries to tell her that she is worthy, she is beautiful. The fact that she don't even believe it herself, that is the sad part about it. But it was this other girl this guy was dating. She was also insecure, and he broke up with her. And the reason why he broke up with her was because she was insecure. And he told her, I cannot love somebody that does not love themselves. Because if she did not receive a text message from him, she would just automatically start accusing him of certain things. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, the hell is wrong with you? Like, to me, I don't know. I just think that's just weird to me. But here's another example. So when I was in college, my roommate, she First of all, this girl was in 3 different relationships in one semester. She wasn't dating all the guys at the same time. So she was dating them at different times, but she had 3 different boyfriends in one semester. That's just lets you know right there. It's her. But one of the guys that she dated, I mean, he seemed nice. Like, he was real chill, laid back. But here was the issue with her. She wanted a good morning beautiful text. And also, after he would leave, she would want him to text her immediately. Because it was one day where he came by. Because he used to come by the dorms and visit. And he was there for a couple hours and then he left. And like an hour and so passed by and she said, he didn't text me. And she was like, what is he doing? Where is he at? Because he hasn't texted me. And I'm just curious on why the heck did it matter? Because I was like, I'm not really thinking anything of it because it's only been like an hour and so. And so I asked her, I said, what are you expecting? And she said a text message. She wanted to know he was home. And I was like, oh. And she was like, yeah, so where is he at? And I said, well, maybe he's still driving. Maybe he got stuck in traffic or something. And she said, no, it don't take him that long to get home because I timed him. And I looked, I said, the hell? And I was like, oh. And I said, well, maybe he running errands. I mean, maybe he stopped by a friend place or something. And she said, no, because before he left, I asked him where he was going, and he told me he was going home. So why I ain't received no text message? And so then I said, well, maybe he fell asleep. Maybe his phone died. I said, maybe he in the shower or something. Maybe he forgot. And she was like, no, I'm supposed to receive a text message. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, it ain't even that deep. Like, I'm thinking of coming up with other reasons on maybe why he didn't text her. I mean, to me, like, when I go visit my family and I come back home, sometimes I forget to text my family. I do. I have done that a few times where I ain't text them till the next following morning, or I ain't text them till a couple hours later. Because when I come through these doors, honey, the first thing that I mainly do is, take off my shoes, take a shower and everything. Like that's what I do. I normally get in bed and I get comfortable. So it don't automatically come to me that, oh, let me send a text message. And so I was like explaining to her, maybe he just forgot. And she was like, no, what is he doing? And so clearly she slept on it, because the next following morning she was upset and she looked at her phone and she didn't receive no text message. And she told me he still has not texted her that he got home that night. And also she has not woke up to a beautiful good morning text message. And I told her, I said, well, maybe he was just tired. Because he did leave late. Because, like, when he used to visit, he used to be there until, like, 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, he used to be there late. And so that's why I was telling her, well, he did leave late last night. So maybe he was just tired when he got home. And she was like, no. Because another thing is, I didn't even wake up to a good morning, beautiful text. And I was like, maybe he's still asleep. And she was like, no. So when they got on the phone that day, she mentioned it. She asked him, she said, where did you go after you left here last night? And he said, I went home. And she said, so why didn't you text me? And he said he didn't think about it. And I was looking at her like, see, I told you. I said he probably just forgot. And she was like, well, I didn't wake up to no good morning, beautiful text message this morning. She said, dang. She was like, are you even thinking about me? She said, I had to wake up and look at my phone and there was no text message. So she was just telling him how she felt, and he listened. And I will say this, I feel like he handled it. Like, he wasn't yelling at her, nothing. They wasn't screaming or nothing, but he was explaining his side. And also, now, he did say something that I guess it just really pissed her off, because he was telling her that he's not used to women like her. Because he called her clingy, and she did not like that. But he didn't say it in the rude way. I could tell when he was saying it, like, he was hesitant. I don't think he wanted to be mean, but he was telling her, he said, you're just like, you're a little clingy. And he was just telling her that he's not used to women like her. And when he said the word clingy, she said clingy. And I was just like, oh Lord. Because when he called her clingy, everything went left from there. So once they finished talking and stuff, she decided that she was going to go on a dating app and talk to some guys. And so that night she left. And she didn't come back till the next morning. Because I was like, where the hell did she go? I thought maybe she went to go hang out with her boyfriend. But I was like, normally he come to the dorm. But I was like, I don't know. And so she came back the next morning and told me she had sex with a guy last night. And I thought she was joking. I was like, you're lying, right? And she was like, no. And I was like, so are you single? Because you're in a, I was like, I don't remember her and the guy breaking up. And she was like, no, we're still together. And I was like, so you cheated? She was like, yeah. So she literally told me she cheated on her boyfriend last night. And I was like, why the heck would you do that? Because there was no reason to justify her infidelity. Like, there was just no reason. I mean, like, he didn't do nothing. Like, they literally talked about it, and I feel like he handled it very well. He was very mature about it. She was the one that got in her feelings. And so I was just, I mean, why would you cheat? But she was just saying in other words, she didn't care. Like, she does not feel bad that she cheated. And so I said, okay, so what are you going to do now? I said, because you literally just cheated on him. So are you going to break up with him? Like, where's this going? And what's going on with the guy you just screwed? And she was like, oh, nothing's going on with that. But she was like, she don't really care. And she was asking me if I was going to tell her boyfriend. I said, no. I said, because that's between you and him. But I did tell her this. I said, if you're going to stay in the relationship with him, you need to be faithful. So she eventually told him a few days later that she cheated. And I feel like he also handled that well, because when she said it, he was confused. Like, he was shocked. And he said, why would you cheat on me? Because, like, he was asking her, like, what did he do? Because he was like, why would you just cheat on me? And was saying that after he left, and, after they talked, he thought that they were good. And so they were talking. She was, explaining. But to be honest, she cheated because she got her feelings that he called her clingy. That's the real reason why she cheated. And they broke up. But fast forward to, because like I said, she got in 3 different relationships that one semester. So she got in a new relationship. And then when she got in this relationship, it was one of her exes that contacted her and wanted to know what she was doing, what she was up to, and wanted to know if they can get back together. It wasn't one she cheated upon. It was a whole nother different one. And she was talking to me about it and was saying that she's maybe thinking about getting back with her ex. But also she's in a relationship with somebody else. And because she was saying that she wanted, like, her ex. But she was telling me the issues that they had. And she was saying that what if she take her ex back and things don't work out? And then she loses the opportunity with the guy she's talking to now. And I was telling her, once an ex is always the ex. You don't ever go back to it. So she didn't go back to her ex. But the guy that she was dating at that time, they actually got engaged. He proposed to her. And one thing that I did not know until she mentioned it, because she was on her phone and she was talking about her exes. And I was like, huh? And I think to myself, like, how the hell she know that information? And she was like, oh, I'm friends with my exes on social media. And I said, why are you still friends with your exes? Because I'm thinking to myself, like, girl, you're in a relationship. But then she told me, the full story on basically why she's still friends with her exes on social media. So, long story short, she was in a relationship when she was in high school, her high school sweetheart. And her high school sweetheart was supposed to marry her, because he told her that he wanted to marry her someday. But after they graduated from high school and everything, things fell apart. he decided to break up with her, and she was upset about it. And she was telling me that he was supposed to marry her, but I was explaining to her, y'all were young, things changed. Maybe after graduation, I said maybe, when he went off to college, maybe he realized he didn't live his life. So he changed his mind. And she was like, no, he was supposed to marry me. And so she's basically friends with her exes on social media to, one, make them jealous, but also prove a point that she moved on, that she's doing better with her life, and hope that when they see her posting, that they'll realize what they missed out on. But eventually, her and that guy that she was engaged to, they did not walk down the aisle. They broke up. Which, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not upset about that at all, because I honestly did not like him. He was just disrespectful, and not only that, but he was selfish. I mean, she ain't no good neither. But I felt like, honestly, like, the last guy that she had, I honestly feel like she robbed herself. Because he was a great guy. I mean, honestly, this guy that she was engaged to, I was like, oh, hell no, I ain't trying to be funny. I was literally thinking to myself, like, girl, you was better off with the last guy. The last guy was so much better. But the other guy that she was with, she was only with him for like a week. That crap did not last long. That shit didn't even last a month. Another black girl that I know is one of my friends. She was in a relationship. And here's the thing about this. So everybody knows the cost of living going up and everything. Rent is high. Her boyfriend, he was telling her, he want her to get a job and help out, with the bills. This girl was not looking for no damn job. Because I went to go see her and I was talking to her. And she was like, yeah, he want me to look for a job. She was like, I ain't looking. I said, you ain't looking. She said, no. I said, why not? And she said, because why should I have to pay the bills? She was like, he a man, he should be doing it. And I was just thinking to myself, like, you don't think that's a little selfish? I say, because the cost of living is high. I mean, rent is high. So, therefore, I mean, you got to think. Some people out here are literally working 2 jobs if they live on their own. It's 2 of y'all. The least you can do is get a job and help him out. She wasn't looking for no damn job. That girl said, no, he need to figure it out. Well, I was like, what the hell? That ain't, hold on now. You don't just leave your partner hanging like that. You supposed to work together. Y'all supposed to be a team. And I ain't like that. But yeah, they didn't work out. It was this other black girl that I knew. So this girl, I ain't gonna lie. That girl get around. She was talking to 3 different guys all at the same time. Now, this is different. This is all at the same time. I literally caught that girl talking to one guy and literally was telling him, oh, yeah, I'm about to go to sleep and everything. I'll talk to you later. Literally a couple minutes later, this girl's on the phone with a different man. Was on the phone for him for a few hours. Then was like, oh, yeah, I gotta go. All this other stuff. Then a couple minutes later, she is on the phone with a whole nother different guy. I caught her ass. I said, what the hell? And I'm like, this girl is literally talking to 3 different guys at the same time. And one time, okay, it was this one guy she was messing with. He's found some guy's boxers in her room, and they were not his. And he was pissed off about that. They got into it because he was like, who the boxers are these? But this is the crazy part about it, because I remember she was wearing some guys like boxers, but to me, this is how you know you tacky and nasty as hell. If you talk to somebody and you got another man's motherfucking boxers in your damn room, and not only that, you wearing the shit, but you messing with somebody else. Now that's some tacky, nasty shit right there. And yeah, so she's single. She most definitely single. And the crazy part about it, because she always be like, these guys ain't shit out here. And I'm like, I be looking at her sometimes just be like, have you looked yourself in the mirror? Because, like, honey, it's you. Like, and this is what I mean when I say black women don't take accountability for the shit they do. Like, you have so many black women out here that have pushed a black man away. And I just gave a few prime examples. So I'm just like, to be honest, you can't stand there as a black woman and act like, oh, like you don't do nothing wrong, like you got all the answers. No, the hell you don't. Because I've also seen black women, they have called like black men too emotional. It was this one black girl, she did that. She was saying that the guy she was talking to, she didn't like that he was too emotional. And I was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, I mean, you know, he has feelings. And she was like, no, like, he just expressed himself too much. And I was like, well, I mean, is he supposed to limit himself? You know, like, he's a guy. Like, and I feel like that's one thing that we as women have to acknowledge. Men have feelings. You have to admit that. Like, you can't stand there and say as a woman, oh, well, he's a guy, he needs to toughen it up and everything like that, because that's what society puts out there. But you need to think about from a man's perspective. Like, he has feelings as well. You have to acknowledge that as a woman. But that's the issue with some women. They literally have this image of what they think is a man. And the issue that I have with society is they have put this pressure on black men specifically that, oh, you can't cry because if you do, you're less of a man. You can't show your feelings because if you do, you're less of a man. And it's hard for some of these black men out here to express themselves with society constantly on their necks. And then you, as a black woman, you're not making it any easier on them, because when they're coming to you and they're expressing themselves, you are literally looking at them as weak. That's going to cause issue. First of all, every black man should feel comfortable going to his woman and, you know, telling her how he feels, and vice versa. Every black woman should feel comfortable going to her man. But we as black women, we don't have that same pressure. And so this is what I mean when I say that some of us as black women, we push black men away and we don't like to acknowledge where we go wrong at. And another issue is that some of these black women don't have nothing to offer in a relationship. So we constantly hear black women complaining, oh, black men did, black men that. But are you offering anything in the relationship? The issue is with a lot of these women out here, they constantly look at it from their own perspective. When we as women get in relationships, we constantly think about what we want out of the relationship, how we want to be treated. But do you ever think about what the black man wants? Because the sad part about it, some of these black women, they only have sex to offer. And it's sad, but it's true. Some of them, that's the only thing they have to offer and think that's enough. Some of them, they only offer cooking, loyalty, and sex and think, oh my goodness, I'm a good woman. That's enough. No, sweetheart, that's the problem. And the sad part about it is that they don't look at it that way. So they think, oh, well, I loved him. I gave him everything. Did you really? Because sex ain't everything, sweetheart. Like, let's be real about this. Like, some of them don't have nothing to offer, and then you wonder why a man is not going to stay. If you're only giving a man sex, I mean, sweetheart, he's not going to stay. I'm going to tell you that right now. But y'all think y'all kitty is that damn good to where it's going to keep a man. Sweetheart, if a man meets another woman and she is loving him the way he wants to be loved, and the only shit you giving him is sex, do you really think he's going to stay with you? No, he's not. Let me ask you this. Have you ever asked a black man what's his love language? Did you ever ask him how he wants to be loved? No, you probably didn't. Because the sad part about it is that some of us women, we think we have all the answers. We think that, oh, well, this is enough. I know that men like sex, so let me give them sex. I know men like food, so let me cook for them. That should be enough, right? No, it's not. I mean, let's be real here. You got black men out here, some of them be filling up their woman's gas tank. He give you money to get your nails done, your hair done. Some of them take y'all shopping. Hell, some of them even freaking pay y'all bills. So when you was with a black man and he was doing all these things, what were you giving him? Anytime when you have a man that is going to do those things for you, you have to give something to him as well. He can't always be the one giving. And no, sex does not count. It does not. If I swear on everything, if you literally stand there and say to yourself, well, I was sleeping with him, wow, and you see why he left. Because you didn't settle, he did. Like, some of y'all think men just love sex, like that will please them. That just tells me everything. Y'all don't know men like y'all try to portray. If you think sex is what's going to keep a man, you don't know nothing about men. And you sure hell don't know how to love. So maybe you need to look yourself in the freaking mirror and start asking yourself, what can you contribute in a relationship? Like, let's be real here. If your man is taking you shopping, he's filling up your gas and everything, he's giving you money. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you give him massages? Do you buy him clothes? Do you try to be like, okay, you know what? Let me buy my man some new shoes. I realize he needs some new shoes. Let me buy him some pants. You know, let me try to change up his style up a little bit. Let me try to introduce him something new. I mean, if you realize your man facial hair need to shape up, do you give him money so he can go to the barbershop? Like, what do you do? And that's why I'm saying, like, you can't just always be the one receiving and you're not giving. What exactly are you giving him? Because I have also seen, like, women with kids, for a prime example, they be wanting men to pay their freaking bills and they only knew that man for a few months. Okay, if you want a man to pay your bills, what are you going to give to him? Because you can't be the only one receiving, sweetheart. It's not fair. So if you want a man to pay your bills in 3 months, okay, what you going to give to him? And no, sex does not count. What you going to give? You got to give something. You asking for something that big in such a short amount of time. You have to give something to him. You have to. So, if you gonna stand there and you gonna want a guy to come pay your bills and do all this other shit, okay, well, you better have a motherfucking list of things that you can give to him as well as a black woman. And damn it, sex better not be on the list. Because let's be real here. Some of y'all women, y'all know that y'all attitude, your personality is so freaking ugly that the first thing you throw on the plate is sex, because you know damn well if they really took the time to really get to know you, they will leave. Like, let's be real here. And some of y'all really just don't know y'all worth. Y'all don't value yourselves enough. Y'all think that that's all there is. And I'm like, that's sad that you literally think that sex is enough. That sex is everything. No, it's not. You're more than just a piece of pie, sweetheart. You need to know your worth, and you need to realize and evaluate yourself and think about what you have to offer a black man in a relationship. We don't always have the answers as black women, because I have seen this crap too many times. Also, another thing is, like I said earlier, my friend wanting her boyfriend to pay the bills. Like this is another issue that I have with some of y'all women. Because this is another trend that I saw, and it's just stupid, where y'all act like y'all want a man to provide 100%, but yet y'all don't contribute to nothing. And if you have to go 50-50, you don't want him. Why you can't go 50-50? Why does he have to take on your freaking bills? Oh, because if he don't take on your bills, if he don't do the full 100 and you do the complete 0, then he's not a provider. No, that's not how that works. Because if you want a man to come and pay your motherfucking bills, sweetheart, what are you giving him? Because if a man asks a woman for money, he's broke. But you asking a man for money, what the hell does that make you? And that's why I mean, like, it's the double standards of the fact that some of y'all women, y'all literally want a man to come in and help y'all, and you don't want to contribute nothing, but you don't complain about that. But if the roles were reversed, it's all hell break loose. That's not fair. Like, I will never understand why a man has to do a full 100 and you do 0. Like, what the hell are you doing? Y'all just want somebody to take care of y'all. That's it. No, sweetheart. If you want those bills to get motherfucking paid, you get off your ass and you get a second job. That's what you do. That light bill, that rent, that car insurance, that car payment, whatever the hell it is, all that shit is in your name. Get off your ass and get a motherfucking job. That's what you do. I don't give a damn if you gotta work damn 1 full-time and 2 part-time jobs. Ho, you better make that shit work. But for you to stand here and act like that, oh my goodness, like you want a man to come in and just do full 100. And while you just sit on your lazy ass and not do a damn thing, but somehow if you got to do 50-50, he's not a provider? Are you kidding me right now? What world are you living in? Like, let's be real here. No, like, honestly, some of y'all really need to look yourselves in the freaking mirror and realize that some of y'all are literally the issue. Because I just think it's so funny that black girls are literally on TikTok acting like, oh my goodness, like black men are just the worst. Really? I find that so hard to believe because I know my black sisters. So I don't know why the hell y'all standing here trying to act like y'all so damn innocent. Knowing dang on well a lot of y'all push a black man away. Like, for real. And then if he's not the type of hood guy that some of y'all prefer, oh, he's weak. And the thing that aggravates me because they be like, oh, a white guy married me in a couple months. A black guy left me to be a single mom. What? Girl, white guys leave women to be single moms all the time. What the hell are you talking about? There are so many women out here that have a kid with a white guy and they're single moms. I met them. Like, what are y'all talking about? I think it's so funny that y'all try to put a stigma on this thing that black men don't marry black women. Sweetheart, all these black people out here that are freaking married. No, sweetheart, a black man just didn't marry you and you're in your feelings about it. And so you got with a white guy because clearly you stereotype your own community and you thought that a white guy would be better. And now since a white guy gave you a ring, you're like, oh my goodness, like I leveled up. Oh my goodness. No, you did not level up. You did not. And also another thing that I want to mention is that I think it's funny that when a black guy dates a white woman, all the black women get mad about it and be like, oh, she gonna take all his money and all this other stuff. But somehow when a black woman get with a white guy, she thinks she leveled up. No, sweetheart, you lost too. There's no double standard to it. It is a double standard, but it shouldn't be. You lost too. Because one thing I think is so funny is that with these black people out here that have all these dang on standards, oh, the height and all this other crap, but then next thing you know, when they date a white person, that white person look like they came straight out the motherfucking trailer parks. Cause I have seen black girls with white guys. Those guys be looking musty, dirty, and they look nerdy as hell. But I think it's so funny because they act like a black guy. Oh, the looks matter. But yeah, you with a white guy and he looked toe up from the freaking flow up. So why did that change? Also, another thing that I think is funny is these black girls, when they're with a black guy, oh, I'm not doing no 50-50. But yeah, when they get with a white guy, they doing 50-50. So why is that? Why didn't you stand on business? You act like the looks matter. You act like that you can't do no 50-50. But yet, when a white guy comes along, oh, all those little standards you had went out the door. Why? Why did you change because of the color of the skin? I mean, to be honest, this white person had a 400-year head start. So you most definitely should be able to do 100 and 0. That most definitely should be possible. Because a lot of these black people that be with these white people, the black people are the breadwinners. So that's the issue that I have. How the hell you the breadwinner and this white person had a 400-year head start? That don't make sense to me. But let these black girls tell it they leveled up. No, you didn't. You settled. That white guy you with, he's supposed to be the breadwinner. He had a head start. His whole family had a head start. You didn't win, boo. Not only that, but also, I think this is so funny how if you pay very close attention, pay attention to all these white billionaires out here. Ain't neither one of them with a black woman. Ain't neither one of them. But these black girls be like, oh, these white guys love us. They love us. Sweetheart, if they really loved y'all, they wouldn't mind sharing their wealth with y'all. Pay attention to that. Because anytime when a black person get with a white person, the black person's always the breadwinner. I realize that. Pay attention to Venus and Serena Williams. Both of them are breadwinners. Those white guys ain't breadwinners. They are not. If those white guys were breadwinners, they wouldn't be with them. Because one thing about the white community is when white people make more, they're not going to get with a black person because, one, they make more money. So they're not going to stand there and date a black person. They're going to protect their wealth. They're going to date inside their own community. That is one thing that the black community needs to work on. When we as black people have wealth, man, you got so many black people that make millions and billions of freaking dang on dollars, and they get with these white people and they lose it. And I'm like, what the hell? Protect y'all wealth. That's the issue with the black community. The black community, a lot of us, we don't try to protect our wealth. We stand there and we don't mind being the breadwinner to a white person. But yet, these white people will not be the breadwinner to us. These white people are not going to do it. I've seen so many dang on black people out here marry a dang on white person and then lost their freaking wealth. But you got these dang on dingy freaking black girls on TikTok hyping a white guy up. I don't know what the hell y'all hyping this shit up for. Y'all about to lose y'all wealth. Because what happened is these black people, here's the issue. One, they have kids with the white folks. And a lot of times when black people date white people, they don't be around the black families no more. They say the black family members are racist, but yeah, you actually married a white person whose family is racist. Make it make sense. It don't make sense. So yeah, you're not around the black family. You with this white person. You had kids with them. The kid, I'm pretty sure, is going to be surrounded by white people all the damn time. So guess what? I'm pretty sure that kid is going to marry somebody white. So guess who gets the money? White people. But you think you leveled up though. No, you didn't. You did not. Because now that wealth that you have, it now belongs to white people. Because you're not going to do your part as a black person to make sure that biracial child knows their black family. A lot of them don't do it because those kids be around white people all the freaking time. Not only that, another issue is black people, a lot of them don't want to talk about racism to white people. For a prime example, Eve and her husband, Eve stood there and said that she don't feel comfortable talking about racism to her husband because it makes him feel uncomfortable. I don't give a F. You don't stand there and put your feelings to the side for a white person. What kind of shit is that? No. First of all, if you are getting discriminated, if there is something that's going on that affects your community, police brutality, first of all, you talk about it. And if you feel like that you cannot stand there and talk about the racism that happens in this country that affects your community, then maybe you shouldn't be with a white person. If that white person feels so uncomfortable about talking about the shit their community is doing to your community, then he shouldn't have married a black woman. That's not no supportive husband. You don't stand there and be like, oh, well, I mean, babe, we can't talk about it because it makes me feel uncomfortable as a white guy. Oh, who the F are you? Who are you? No, hell no. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it. That's not a supportive husband. If you can't put your white pride to the side, don't marry no black woman. And that's the same thing for these black men out here that's with these white girls. If you feel like as a white woman you can't put your pride to the side and talk about racism to the black man, okay, don't marry him. And that's the issue with black people. This is exactly why I say black people do not win when they date white people. They do not. They always settle. They always do. And a lot of times these black girls that be with these white guys, hell, those white guys be conservative or Republicans. I'm like, so you mean to tell me you married somebody that is a KKK member? Because that's exactly what the Republican Party is. So I'm confused. How the hell you think you leveled up? You didn't level up. You literally married a Republican. The Republican Party is specifically known for hurting the black community. They do not like us. So how the hell did you think you leveled up? You did not. Another thing is, this is colonization. The system was built to hurt black people. So when you have black women that are literally passing away during childbirth, also you have police brutality. We have a failed justice system where black people literally get more time for committing the same crime as a white person. Not to mention, we have a racist in office who white people voted for, especially white guys. But I think it's funny because black girls on TikTok talking about, so white guys love us. Do they? Because they voted for Trump. But y'all stood there and y'all say black men don't love us when black men actually had our back more than white guys did. So the math is not mathing, sweetheart. You got white guys in Congress right now trying to find a way to hurt the black community. Also, black women are the most educated in the country. And it's so funny because these white guys literally want to get rid of the Department of Education. Now, if white guys really love black women, like these black women on TikTok are saying, why would they do that? Not to mention, you have these white people out here that were protesting to keep their Social Security. But however, when it comes to issues that affect the black community, they nowhere near to be found. Because I think it's so funny. They had the No King's Day protest. All those white folks out there protesting. But when it comes to any other issues that involves the black community, nope, they're not there. I think that's funny. Because the No King's Day protest, that is about white folks. White folks did that for them. They didn't do that for nobody else. But you got these stupid dingy black folks out here putting white people on a pedestal, acting like they better. Why are y'all putting white folks on the pedestal literally when they don't even fight for y'all? Because they literally stormed the Capitol because they did not like the results of the election. They fight for stuff that is important to them. They are not loyal to y'all. I don't know why the hell y'all people literally like to hype white people up over the most dumbest shit. And they not even faithful to us. Literally, you had a black woman going on a date with a white guy and was killed. Sade Robinson. There's other black women that have went on dates with white guys and were killed. And y'all over here putting white guys on a motherfucking pedestal like a bunch of freaking idiots. But you know who was shouting Sade Robinson's name? Black men were. Where the white guys at? Nowhere near to be found. Same thing with Sonya Massey. The black woman that was killed by that officer after he asked her to remove that boiling pot of water from the stove, which he intentionally asked her to do that just so he can have a reason to kill her. And you know those white guys were making fun of her death? Those white guys were lying on her, saying that, oh, she threw the boiling pot of water on the officer. No, she did not. They were lying on her. So it's so funny that y'all want to go on a stupid freaking app and talk about some, oh, white guys love us, white guys bring us peace. Are you sure about that? Really? Because I don't see not one motherfucking white guy literally shouting the black woman's name. But a black man. So what the hell are you talking about? And then y'all say the most dumbest shit ever. Oh, you go where you are loved. Really? So you went to a community that literally has racist terrorist groups against your own people. And you think that shit makes so much sense. Like, I need y'all to shut up. Because y'all really be pissing me off. Like, y'all think y'all sound so smart. We go where we are loved. Really? When the white people that y'all be laying in bed with, families are racist. Make it make sense, sweetheart. Because let's be real here. These white people that y'all swear up and down that loves you, they can end their white privilege. That white guy you with, he can end it. All y'all dingy black women with these white guys, they can end those racist terrorist groups they have. And you want to know why? Because guess who created the racist terrorist group, sweetheart? A white man did. It wasn't the white women, sweetheart. It was the white man that y'all swear up and down that love y'all. So if the white men love black women so much, why did they create all these racist terrorist groups? So it's literally in the white man's hands to destroy what they created. But they're not doing that. So therefore, you're laying in bed with a white person that can literally destroy their white privilege. They can literally destroy their white power. But they're not going to. But yet you have to lose everything. But somehow you think you're winning? Where's the logic, sweetheart? I'm gonna need you to use your brain. You didn't win, you lost big time. Because why the hell are you losing everything when you're with a white person that literally has all the power to destroy what was created? If they really love you, I mean, hell, they can end their white privilege. But that's the issue with some of y'all black people. Y'all literally do not expect a lot out of white folks. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all literally stand there and get married to them, have kids with them. Then y'all be the freaking breadwinners. And y'all think, oh my goodness, because you got a stupid freaking ring, you're winning. No, you lost. Because at the end of the freaking day, this person has way much more control and power than you. They can get rid of it, they just choose not to. So therefore, here you are struggling in America. And they're over here living their best life with their white privilege. But they're not helping your black ass. But yet he can stick his teeny dick in you. Have a baby with you. But oh no, wait, you can't be free, boo. Nah, he can't do that. He can't get rid of those racist terrorist groups in his community. But yet, he can sleep with you. And you think because you got that ring, you won. No, you lost. And it's the same thing with these damn black guys out here with these white girls. Y'all think y'all won, y'all lost. All it takes is one 911 phone call. That's all it takes. I'm like, I need y'all to shut up. Y'all think y'all sound so damn smart. Y'all sound dumb as hell. Like, these white people pick and choose what they want to fight for. Ding dong. Hello? Did the light bulb come on yet? They ain't fight for you because they don't give a shit. Like I said, just because these white people are laying in bed with y'all don't mean they love y'all. No, sweetheart. They don't. They don't respect y'all enough, and their loyalty sure hell ain't to y'all. It's to their own community. But you think, cause oh my goodness, you got a rock. Girl, please, that ring don't mean shit. All these black girls that be getting killed by their white husbands, you think cause you got a ring, you something? Girl, please. You got white men out here killing their whole damn families, but you think cause you got that ring, you something? Girl, please. Go on somewhere with that foolishness. Ain't nobody got time for you. Come back when you actually got common sense. But this trend is dumb and it's racist. And the reason why it's racist is because, one, you got these dang on bitter black girls who are mad because a black guy that they wanted did not marry them. Okay, and if he don't want to marry you, he don't have to marry you. Like, it's his life. Get over it. Grow up. But also, these black girls are degrading their own community. And they are literally trying to get their own black sisters to jump on the bandwagon with them. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm not doing that shit. No, ho. You decide to do that stupid crap because you're bitter. I'm not like you. I'm not about to stand there and degrade my own and uplift white people. I'm not about to do that crap. And the thing that pissed me off is because, like, it was this white guy. He's with this black woman. And he was literally bragging. Like, you had so many white guys that was bragging. And this white guy was like, oh, yeah, he said to the black guys on social media, oh, yeah, I'm with a black woman and she's happier with me than she was with y'all. And I'm like, okay, hold the hell up. Wait a minute. Because this white guy, he getting beside himself. He getting real disrespectful. And this is the issue that I have with the black community, black men and black women. When y'all hype white people up, y'all give them the stupid big head and they disrespect y'all own people. And I cannot stand when black people do that stupid shit. Because I have had white women disrespect me because they dated a black guy and they felt like, oh, a black guy want me and not you. I had that shit happen to me multiple times by white women. And this is the crap that pisses me off with black people. When y'all put white people on a pedestal, first of all, these white people be disrespecting your own people. And I have an issue with that. And this is one of the reasons why I say I do not like black and white couples. I don't like it. Because first of all, why would these white guys stand here and say stupid crap like that to a black guy? Why would you do that? That lets you know he's not pro-black. He's not. Because why would you stand there and encourage your black girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever she is? Why would you stand there and encourage her like that? To degrade her own black men. Why would you do that? Why would you want to create a division between her and her own black men? And these bitter dang on black girls don't care because they be mad at the black men, but y'all a fool. Because that white guy don't love y'all. If he really did love y'all, he would not do no mess like that. Y'all stand there and y'all think because that white guy is talking down on black men that he love you. Fool. That's not love. That's control, dummy. Because he's standing there and he's using you to go against your own community. That's the issue with some of y'all black folks. Y'all think, oh, this white person love me. Sweetheart, if they stand there and let you talk shit about your own people, how the hell do you think he look at you? He don't care about you. And I'm telling y'all black women something right now. Let me tell you something. God don't like ugly. Y'all remember those black guys that was talking crap about black women? You remember what those white girlfriends did to them, right? They killed them. You remember that? All right. You don't think you'll be next? Well, you think a white guy ain't gonna pull the trigger on you? Sweetheart, white guys kill black girls all the time. And they be killing their own white wives. So who the hell do you think you are? Trust and believe me, you sure hell will be next. You better watch your dang on mouth. Y'all gonna learn the hard way by putting white guys on a freaking pedestal. Y'all gonna learn. And since y'all want to stand there and hype white guys up so much and act like they so dang on supportive, let me ask you a question. If there was to ever be a revolution between the black and white community, whose side do you think he would be on? That's what I thought, because it ain't going to be yours. But another issue is that I realized this. Black women have changed over the years. Back in the day, black women used to be the backbone of the black community. These black girls now, they're not. They are not the backbone of the black community. They will divide the black community now. And I realized that. I'm like, oh, hell no. And you see why a lot of white guys are with them. And the reason why this trend is so dangerous is because, one, you had so many white guys in the comments and they was like under black girls' pages and was like, oh, we love y'all and we'll treat y'all better and all this other bull crap. And I'm like, what the hell? These white guys are trying to divide these black girls with their own men. And the issue is, if any of these black girls fall for this, they in some big trouble. Because what's going to happen is, which is already happening, you're going to have a lot of these racist white guys trying to date these black girls because this stupid trend that's going on. And they know if they can find them a fool, he be like, look, I gotta find me a dummy. I gotta find me one. If he find him one, he can stand there and be like, oh, I want to take you on a date. Oh, I like you. Oh, I love black women. All these other foolishness. She gonna fall for it. She like, oh, he love me, y'all. He love me. Next thing you know, this girl's 6 feet under. And I'm not trying to be funny, but this is really going to start happening. And some of these black girls gonna fall for the trend because some black people, they just weak-minded. They just fall for anything that social media put out there. I'm not. Because I know the truth. And also, if these black girls are really, truly happy, why are you talking down on a black man? Why? If you're really, truly happy with this white guy, why are you talking about a black guy, though? Keep a black man out your mouth. And it's the same thing with these black guys with these white girls. If you happy with her, okay, shut up. Like, y'all really aggravate the crap out of me. Y'all are so bitter and childish. Just grow up. And honestly, one thing that pisses me off, because you don't see black people doing this dumb shit. You don't see no other race doing this mess. And then you wonder why the black community is not united. Because you got dingy black people like these that just do stupid stuff like this. And I'm sick and tired of it. And here are some things that honestly black people really need to improve on. Because if you're standing there and you degrading your own people and you go to a white person for validation, sweetheart, you are broken. I'm going to need you to go to therapy. One, black people need to learn how to love themselves. A lot of y'all are broken. That's why y'all date white people in the first place. Anytime when you see a black person dating a white person, they always degrade their own. Clearly, you're not proud to be black. Clearly, you don't love your own people. Any black person that's really proud to be black, they would not do that. And also, they date their own people. So clearly, these black people are not proud. So y'all need to work on being proud. You need to work on loving yourselves. And also, another thing I will mention is I realized this with the black people, especially the black women dating the white guy. A lot of times, it be the dark-skinned ones too. I realized that. It be the dark-skinned ones. Y'all need to learn how to love the color of y'all skin. Any black person, light skin, milk chocolate, brown, whatever, it don't matter. Any black person can be insecure. But y'all black people, y'all really need to work on loving y'all skin. Love your hair. Love your culture. Love who you come from. Also, y'all black people need to stop stereotyping y'all own, because that crap also pisses me off. The stereotypes I have heard: black men don't marry black women. Oh my goodness. I can literally list the black celebrities that are married. Hell, my parents are married. Another one: black men don't love black women. Black men leave black women to be single mothers. Like, y'all black women, y'all be speaking about the sorry guys y'all choose. Stop standing there and putting a stigma on all black men. Because first of all black men don't do that. Choose better. And not only that, but it's the same thing with these dang on black guys out here. They be like, oh, black girls are more aggressive and they controlling all that. Oh my goodness. First of all, no, we're not all like that. You need to choose better as well. And the thing that pisses me off with a lot of y'all black people, this is nothing y'all need to stop doing. Y'all need to stop comparing y'all own people to white people. That's y'all problem. Y'all put white folks on a motherfucking pedestal, and then y'all wonder why we are not united as the black community. Y'all stand there and compare y'all own people to white people. And that's the thing that pisses me off. These black girls out here that be like, oh, these white guys take care of their kids, but the black ones don't. First of all, girl, what are you talking about? There are so many white guys that don't take care of their kids. What are you talking about? You have so many white women out here that are single mothers to a white guy's child. But guess what? she's not going to post that on social media. Hell, and not only that, in the white community, you know how many white women that are wives but are single mothers? Oh, that happens a lot. They just don't post it. So I think it's funny that y'all black women be like, oh, these white guys marry us and everything like that. Girl, you a damn fool. You about to be just like these damn white women, a wife but a single mom. But y'all think because y'all got that ring, y'all good. No, there's more to it. Just because he marries you don't necessarily mean that he's going to be a good dad. And also with y'all black people, y'all need to stop acting like y'all want to be in white spaces so freaking much. Like, I swear, the white validation that y'all seek is disgusting. Like, why do you want a white person to hype you up so motherfucking badly? Like, I have seen white people, white men and white women, they literally be posting about black people, but they do it for views. It's like you got these white guys on TikTok, they be talking about black girls, but they be sexualizing them. And the black girls be in the comments hyping those guys up. And it's the same thing with the white girl. I literally seen a white girl post talking about when she's trying to get a black guy and she was wearing something sexual. And some of the black guys was hyping her up. Some of them wasn't though. One guy was like, nah, I'm straight. But I'm not trying to be funny. It's just the fact that these black people, they act like, oh my goodness, like a white person look at them, it makes them feel so special. Sweetheart, take your ass to therapy. Seriously. Like, it's bad. First of all, y'all shouldn't even be hyping up no white person that sexualizes us. Like, for real. When a white person sexualizes you, it's not because they like you. No, they just want to sleep with you. Like, y'all need to get that shit through y'all head. That's not respectful. That's disrespectful. Y'all black people really need to know y'all freaking worth. Sweetheart, you are worth way much more than your freaking body. Black man and black woman. You should know that. You should know that you're worth more than what's inside your pants and what's between your thighs. When a white person stands there and they do that shit, you should not be, oh my goodness, like, thank you. Oh my goodness, like, what? That shit is not cute. I'm not entertained with that because I'm worth way much more than that. Why are y'all hyping that disrespectful shit up? That's y'all problem. Y'all don't respect yourselves. Stop standing there hyping up white people when they disrespect y'all. Also, stop standing there and be in the comments inviting white people to the motherfucking cookout over the stupid simple shit that black people do better. Like, y'all killing me with that crap, I swear. Y'all be like, oh, you invited to the cookout, you invited to the cookout. Like, bro, I swear, y'all so freaking lame, I swear. And y'all see why we ain't got no black well, because every single time, turn around, y'all always want to invite white people into our shit, but then y'all get mad that white people are literally wearing our culture. Or the fact that a black person made a viral dance, but yet the white person got credit for it. Well, it's because y'all keep hyping up freaking white people. Maybe if y'all stop hyping them up, maybe we wouldn't be having the same issues over and over again. Another issue is that y'all need to stop posting everything on the freaking internet, especially with y'all bitter black girls. Like, the fact that y'all decided to post, oh, I'm a single mom, a black guy made me a single mom and everything. Like, what? Girl, get a life. Get a life. And I think it's so funny that y'all always want to talk crap about a black guy. First of all, can we get the full story? How long did you know him before you sleep with him? Like, let's get that part right there. I want to know that part. How long were y'all together before you got pregnant? Because clearly it was out of wedlock. It's your body. Your choice. I mean, you couldn't have waited out the marriage. That's your fault. But also, social media is not therapy. Y'all need to stop posting every freaking thing on social media. And then you wonder why some black guys don't want y'all behind. Because y'all childish as hell. Y'all clearly lack emotional intelligence. Y'all are one of those kind of women that anytime when a man makes y'all mad, y'all take it to social media. That's childish as hell. Some of y'all be like in y'all 20s and 30s doing that stupid shit. What the hell? Who the hell do I look like as a grown woman going on social media posting, oh, this stuff that I'm going through to the whole entire freaking world? That don't even make sense. Like, y'all just need to grow up. And like I've been saying, a lot of y'all need therapy. We need to normalize therapy in the black community. Now, there are some black homes where black people normalize it, but it needs to be fully normalized in the black community. Some of y'all black people feel embarrassed or ashamed, or y'all try to downplay and act like, oh, like, I don't need therapy. And it's like some of y'all fear it. No, a lot of y'all really do need therapy. Y'all need to take y'all asses to a dang on therapist, sit your behind on that couch, and let everything out. Social media is not therapy. And the last thing is the slave mentality. This is one thing that honestly and truly has hurt us as black people. This is the start of it. Black people needs to get rid of the slave mentality. And the only way we're going to get rid of it is if we separate ourselves from white people. That is the start. If we constantly stand there and just surround ourselves with white people, hanging out with white people, we're not healing. Because we as black people have to realize our ancestors, they didn't heal. A lot of them didn't. Because one, we as black people are still dealing with the abuse still to this day. Even after slavery was abolished, black people were still being abused. That crap didn't stop. Still to this day, we are still being abused as black people in America. The healing is going to have to start somewhere. And it's not just going to take 5 years or 50 years. No, this is going to take centuries. Because if you look at it, a lot of us as black people, a lot of us have the mentality of a slave. And it just shows how bad slavery was, the abuse. That shit really took a toll on us. There's a lot of things that we as black people, we need to unlearn. And I just listed a few of them. But also, black people not acknowledging that we are Africans. Our ancestors are from Africa, y'all. Some of y'all are ignorant. And you know what? Ignorance is a part of the slave mentality. Black people need to work on that shit. Also, white savior. Okay? Y'all need to stop thinking that a white person is going to solve all your problems, because that's exactly how these bitter black girls on TikTok are thinking. They think that, oh my goodness, I'm going to get with a white guy. He's going to solve all my problems. Girl, you are still insecure, internally broken. A white guy didn't do shit. Like, that's the sad part about it. Y'all think that when y'all get with a white person, all your problems going to go away. I don't know why. A white person hasn't solved crap. And this is what I mean, the slave mentality. Honestly, we need to work on this as the black community. Now, everybody ain't gonna work on it, but a lot of us do. And another thing that we as black people need to realize is that we need to realize that our abusers are white people. I think that some of us be like, well, yeah, we know it. But, okay, if we know it, then why are we constantly surrounding ourselves with them? Why are we in relationships with them? Why are we having kids with them if we know it? And the sad part about it, it goes back to the slave mentality of literally thinking that white is good for us. And it's not. We need to acknowledge that white people are not healthy for us. They're not. They're no good for us. Until we as black people work and heal and get rid of that slave mentality, I'm telling y'all, we will not be free. We have to be free mentally first before we can be free physically. And I'm going to end it there. So thank you everyone for listening to my podcast, and I hope everybody have a lovely day.